I mean, now somebody brought up that Deshaun, they've got to trade.
This is where Chuck comes in.
I was looking on the website. I can't find it. So where did you find it?
No, it wasn't a trade. It's just that he's now promoted to. I mean, he got demoted to the 4th string quarterback.
Deshaun
Watson.
Texans.
Well, that's because they don't want to risk injuring the golden ticket.
The golden arm?
Yep. No, the golden ticket. Because think about it. If they're asking for like 3 first-round draft picks, last I checked, plus additional picks, probably second and third rounders.
He's gonna have a seat.
Yeah, and so you're not playing him. You're saving him.
Well, actually, y'all, you and Josh talked this one out. I'm gonna ask the question. He's tainted right now with all his legal troubles.
No, he's not.
Can you still get 3 first-round draft picks for him?
Once again, okay, he is being in the court system civilly.
Yeah.
Okay, unless they come up with some tangible evidence that can be used in criminal court.
Yeah.
He is not in any jeopardy of going into a criminal court case.
Yep.
So yes, he is safe. Now, the only thing that you would have to be worried about and could hurt his draft pick amount would be whether or not the league decides to punish him with a suspension or so many game suspension for conduct, which is in their contract. That would be the only thing that I can think of that would jeopardize the trade. What do you think, Chuck?
Nothing would jeopardize this trade. You see his talent. You know what he is. You know what he's about. You know what he can do for your organization. You have 4 years of tape on him. So if I'm like I'm trying to think of a team that needs a coach. If I'm like what's it, the Colts,
Denver Broncos,
Denver. Just teams that are struggling with the quarterback situation.
Even
Philly.
I don't think they're struggling, but that's a good trade.
But the whole point is
I would like to see him.
You will take him even with the legal risk, because guess what? The quarterback is going to bring the tickets in. He's dynamic. He brings tickets in. He brings people in, and he brings in. He's going to bring you to the playoffs.
Well,
so why not?
Let's go on the hypothetical. Okay, right. What do we have that would give us an indication of what kind of game suspension we're looking at if the league decided to impose? Because if you take a look. We just had one from Zeke Elliott a few years ago, right? With the Mardi Gras debacle. Yeah. So how many games did he get? It was like 3 or 4?
I think it was 4 games.
So basically that would be, in my mind,
the minimum is 4 games.
The ballpark.
The minimum is 4 games.
And of course he could always appeal that. But I still think we're looking anywhere between 2 and 4 games at minimum.
Right, but Zeke was found guilty.
Oh shoot.
I mean, he was guilty. This is all allegations. How can the league punish me for something that allegedly happened?
Well, because it's conduct.
And there's a conduct clause in every contract.
Unfortunately, because of there's a moral clause or conduct clause. That's how they get a lot of these players. Even if it's not true or they can't get you legally, the league can go, hey, there's enough here for me to believe that you did something wrong. You get the suspension.
Because you're damaging
now it's up to them.
Brand. Yeah. You're damaging our brand. You're making us look like we're a bunch of.
But they will have the right. They will have the right to appeal. That's why you always see Goodell overreaching and trying to get like a 4 or 6 game suspension, and then of course the Players League comes back and appeals it, and they reduce it. That way they get that appearance of a win. To me, that's just too much of a hassle. Just don't overreach to begin with.
If he does, I guess go with the status quo. I wouldn't do more than 4. It makes no sense.
But and on the other side, like he's showing up for practice right now. Mm-hmm. He's out there, and you're going to sit.
He's going through his training.
You're going to pay Deshaun Watson to sit him on the bench as a 4th-string quarterback. Now we talked about that one. That's the one that don't make no sense to me. If he's showing up to practice, put him on the field.
No. Because if you put him even in a semi-active role, you run risk of injury. And then what? He's not worth the 3 draft picks, especially first rounders.
Yeah, I would be saying to myself, if I'm gonna trade him,
you put him through the drills. You put him through whatever conditioning and calisthenics and weightlifting you want. Mm-hmm. But when it comes to the on-field stuff, you sit him.
But actual game rust does.
Because think about it. The last I heard, they're not just after 3 number ones. That's what they want. I think that's what they want to settle for, because they're asking for like 4 or 5 number ones, which is ridiculous. Nobody's.
I don't think anybody's going to give that.
No.
To them. Yeah. That's why I think they're trying to force his hand to say, you know what?
Maybe if you could do like a, like an every other year thing, right? If you let's just use 4 as an example. Okay, well, the next year you'll get a first round draft pick, but then the year after that it's a 2 or a 3, and then you get another first year draft pick. Not 4 right in a row.
I can't see anybody giving up 7 draft picks in 2 years. That's too much.
And even for one player.
I mean, that's
don't get me wrong. I like Deshaun. He's a guy that he extends plays like Russell Wilson, and he's faster. So I mean, I like what he does, and he's a team player.
And then also, just to throw something out there, with Mike Thomas wanting to leave the Saints, if they can make a serious play for Deshaun.
But wouldn't that keep Michael Thomas in?
That's true. No.
You get rid of him.
Bring Thomas to Houston, that would keep Deshaun Watson. Because you gave him somebody that he needs.
No.
That's true.
But the Saints get rid of Michael Thomas. They get Deshaun Watson. You can get a decent enough receiver, because if Deshaun Watson last year, for the past couple of years, can do what he did with mediocre receivers. Mm-hmm. All you got to do is go in the draft and find somebody else, or go pick somebody's veteran.
Well, unfortunately, the draft is gone unless there's a supplemental.
So now, what you're talking about is not this season, but the next season.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm saying give the Texans Michael Thomas, okay. Give the Texans Michael Thomas and the draft pick or whatever, the number ones or whatever, and then if you give him Michael Thomas, you can give him the Texans two number ones.
We still have Jameis Winston over there in New Orleans. Plus, they have Taysom Hill.
Right, those are
and they also have a backup.
Yeah,
all three. You
have to give one.
All three quarterbacks are professional backups. You're correct.
So yeah, I mean, to me, I don't know. I mean, I would be wondering if they even have the cap space for someone like Deshaun.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Where's he at?
Well, Michael Thomas is actually a starter.
Why not get rid of the dead weight on your team? If you have no bona fide starter and Michael Thomas, your star wide receiver, wants to get gone, but Deshaun Watson wants to lead the Texans, you need a quarterback. Get your quarterback. You can fill in the rest. You still got a line. You still got Ivan Kamara. You still got a defense.
Oh, Kamara and Watson in the same back.
Thank you.
Oh, wow,
because they're still gonna peel off for Kamara. Kamara was more of a threat than Thomas was. So Thomas is declining. Was it last year? They just gave him this $150 million contract. Get rid of him. If he don't want to be here, get rid of him.
Hey, that sounds like some people at my job. Get rid of them.
All right. Just saying. So then, okay, I think that pretty much wraps up the Deshaun. What do you guys take on this whole people pointing to Peyton Manning as the taker of the NFL commissioner?
Oh wow.
They're pointing to him like people want to see him take Goodell's job.
It's so
I don't
many,
see it.
There's so many people that love Peyton Manning.
It's
the only reason you're wanting him to be the commissioner is because he's Peyton Manning. You're not asking him to be the commissioner because he knows the ins and outs of the corporate football world.
As much as people hate on Roger Goodell did a lot for the NFL in his tenure there. He did a lot. He made
not all of it good, because if you take a look, he's made it a little bit more exciting. He's pulled people in, but as far as the competitive,
he's weakening the competitive side.
Exactly, because the rules that they've implemented have favored the offense. The defense are getting very discouraged. So to find elite defensive players like J.J. Watt and of course Ray Lewis, it's gonna be hard to find, because they're not rewarded for the good plays that they make. Because they're almost guaranteed when they make a good play, it's almost always a penalty.
Yeah. Right. Okay, what was the sacks? What was it on Tom Brady where he got blocked and he hit Tom Brady in low and they threw the flag? We were watching the game. He even said it, and he will never say it on camera probably right now. He even said it, that shouldn't have been a flag. But because somebody pushed him into it, his helmet hit below the knee. Is a flag. And
if you're blocked into somebody, I don't think that should count.
And so that's these judgment calls. But like you said, these defensive players cannot, it's helmet contact because he lowered his head. Well, the wide receiver lowered his head too. So, I mean, he's weakening the league to the point where the defense has to have kid gloves on and the offense can just do whatever the hell they want.
Pretty much. Which is really what they are striving for, but they've made it to where that's where we're at.
That's where we're at.
And
That's why the scores are so high.
Oh, and apparently they're going to be paying attention. I saw this on the Pat McAfee show today about they're going to be looking at taunting closer this year. So if you spin the ball, right, like some people do, but if you're looking directly at an opponent, like you're like, ha ha ha.
Yeah.
Then they're going to throw the flag.
Okay.
Well,
remember the NFL has a lot of organizations it's connected to now. So you got that Play 60, which is the kid thing where the kids get outside and all that good stuff. And then they have the domestic violence against women, even though most of the players have domestic violence issues and cases.
Ooh, surprise, surprise! People that are in a violent game have violent tendencies.
Which I thought was funny. I was like, half of these cases. Anyways, so and then they have the military thing. They have a lot of organizations which are kid friendly. So that's why they're going like the taunting is
anti-bullying.
The taunting is a form of anti-bullying because they're a part of that too. Yeah. So if you're taunting, and I'm a part of the anti-bullying campaign, it's kind of contradictory. So.
But you let these players go in and celebrate. They get the whole team can come out there and make us celebrate, and the other team is watching. Isn't that kind of taunting and bullying? Also, if you score a touchdown, it's 42-0, and everybody on the field come over to celebrate, and you blowing somebody out. Isn't that kind of like taunting?
Well, somebody's got to win and somebody's got to lose.
Okay.
It's not taunting. It's not taunting.
It's probably subjective, but something to keep an eye out for. And trust me, if we see it. I don't know about you guys, but if I see it being used too much, which they're going to do over preseason watch, they want to set the tempo for the season. So you're going to see it overly done in the preseason. But watch, I'm going to comment probably on the first week's games.
But like you said, he's done some good things, Chuck. But Josh said it. Not everything he's done is good for the game.
Okay.
Well, don't get me wrong. He's made a lot of money.
That's what I'm saying. He made the NFL
in that
lot of money.
They've made the NFL a lot of money, and all those owners a lot of money, and I'll give him that. And you take a look. That's how we can, and it's because of him. That's why we can afford to pay $100 million contracts to quarterbacks and to receivers and to star running backs.
Running backs that haven't performed in past.
They're looked at as very good leaders. On the field and off the field performance is what the fans are looking at.
But
and raising their kids. Watch him.
I do want to point out one thing. When you're talking in the mic, if you want to see how you're doing,
over there,
that way you can see, because like
when
you were over here talking, it wasn't even going that far. You got to talk.
Well, Kendall's
got to get in there.
Kendall's soft spoken. But all I'm saying is like when him being the commissioner versus Peyton Manning, I take him over Peyton Manning any day of the week because I don't know what Peyton Manning can come in here and do. I don't know what your background is as far as anything other than you're a player. I'm not sure if Roger Goodell played.
I'd rather see Peyton become a coach.
Yeah, now
that'd be
that
cool.
I would like to see him start out as a quarterback coach and probably move to offensive coordinator and then to a head coach.
I did like the joke though about
just give him
Tom Brady doing his Hall of Fame induction in 2035.
2035 when Tom Brady finally retires.
That was cool.
So
hold up. Let's go back.
We've been going for a few minutes here,
but I want to go back to what he said.
Let's wrap it up.
I'm going to go back to what you said. Okay, we was talking about how the rules made for offenses to be protected, so to speak.
Yes.
And I think that has a lot to do with Drew Brees and Tom Brady being able to play as long as they did also.
Ever since the Brady rule and protecting of the quarterbacks, yes.
I disagree.
Of course you disagree.
No. The reason why I disagree on that is if Aaron Rodgers goes down, nobody's coming to those games. Those games, like even when
hey Chuck,
you're making this point.
You know, because you have to think about this. We're talking about Green Bay. Even if Aaron Rodgers goes down, Green Bay owns that team.
Right.
They are loyal fans.
Right. What I'm saying is
I would use that analogy with someone like Garoppolo.
Oh wow.
Or Mahomes.
Okay,
because if you go like if the Pittsburgh Steelers, right? If Ben Roethlisberger goes down, Pittsburgh's still going to show up.
Okay, so let me use another team. If I'll say Deshaun Watson goes down.
He's down already.
Or if We're using hypotheticals.
Dak Prescott.
Sorry, John.
Dak Prescott.
Hey, John.
No, the people still came.
Nobody cares about Dak.
Yeah, because they came to see Amari and the whole team.
Believe it or not.
If Patrick Mahomes goes down, those ratings drop, and those fans are not as many fans to come because they're going to say, "Oh man, we
Hill running down the field." If you
and who's throwing him the ball? Who's throwing him the ball?
As long as
exactly
he can get open.
Exactly my point.
If you're going to use a team, use Cleveland.
But they don't care about Baker Mayfield.
You know what I'm saying? Baker Mayfield's not out there.
Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunter that offense.
But you can't use.
Unfortunately, the Dog Pound is another one of those teams that show up every single time.
It's like Buffalo. Kansas City because they got other stars out there.
It's like Buffalo because for the longest time Buffalo was not doing very well.
But even
that's true.
But even still, my only complaint about.
Let's go ahead and wrap this up.
My only complaint about the whole thing was this: the reason why Peyton Manning lasted. Tom Brady and Drew Brees lasted because they know how to audible. They know how to adjust the line.
That's true.
The other people, they just got hit. Like Deshaun Watson, if he knows how to adjust and all that stuff, he wouldn't have to run as much.
True. Yeah, take a look at what caused RG3 a short career.
Exactly.
He got hit.
That was Shanahan.
Well, that's true, but he got hit.
He got hurt, and you put him back in the game.
Take a look at Russell Wilson. He knew how not to get hit.
Down on the ground.
All right, so last thing before we go, and I've already covered this on Tuesday. We've already kind of agreed we're not changing the name. We're sticking with our Half-Baked Sports. Sorry for the long delay. Watch us here, YouTube. Also check us out on our Facebook page, Half-Baked Sports. And look out for us because either I and maybe one of these guys, if they're available, will be doing Tuesday nights, either between 8 or 8:30, one of those two times, live show.
Tuesday Night Live. Check us out.
We have a tournament, or what's it called?
Oh, yes, the Pick'ems.
The Pick'ems, there we go.
So comment below with your email to get on the list, and we will send out the invites.
And you get invited. We got two really great prizes. Or you can choose another prize, but we'll let you know about that one later on.
All right, gentlemen. Thanks again. We're
Half-Baked.
out.